Alright, we'll be covering the best sports games available on the Oculus Quest 2. Let's get it. The first game on the list is Totally Baseball. Totally Baseball lets you be the pitcher, batter, and outfielder all in one. The game has a unique teleportation system that will switch you between positions mid-game, giving you the full baseball experience in VR. You have multiple throwing options, practice modes to enhance your game, multiplayer of 1v1 or free roam options, and customizable characters and outfits. By the same game developers as Forever Bowling and Cornhole, Forever Darts provide an easy option to get head-on-head with your friends in a round of virtual darts. It's simple but effective. All skill levels are welcome with easy and medium aim assist to suit your throw. Hard mode offers Darts Pro the most realistic darts experience in VR. Pick from over 65 designs, each uniquely weighted with custom physics that affect different throws and game strategies. Invite your friends and meet up at Forever Pub, where you can each compete in a lane with classic darts rules such as count up and cricket. Next up we have Carve Snowboarding. This game is less focused on impossible stunts and more concerned with using VR to simulate the rush of racing downhill, ducking under tree branches, and daring yourself to hop into the air and try for an indie or a Japan grab. The most challenging part about this game is the first few hours, as you'll be learning a foot-driven sport to be controlled by your hands, which will take a bit of getting used to. You have two unique game modes, which include Time Attack to show off your need for speed to compete in the leaderboards, and Master Tricks to show off your skills in freestyle mode. Whatever you do, once you experience the rush of Carve's downhill stunts, you wouldn't want it any other way. Echo VR might be the best free-to-play multiplayer sports game until we see some competition. The game is played in high-intensity 4v4 multiplayer competition in zero gravity. The game is one of the most popular games on the Oculus Quest, and they're still going strong in Season 6. You basically take Ultimate Frisbee and remix it with whatever it is, and you basically got Echo VR. This is one of those games that's so fun only because it's in VR and it does not disappoint. If you haven't played Walkabout Mini Golf, just go download it right now and let me know so we can play together. I'm looking for friends to play with. Mini Golf is one of those sports that translates very smoothly into VR. I don't think I'm out of line when I say this, but Walkabout Mini Golf brings some mini golf experience better than in real life. You can access 8 unique 18-hole courses to master, collect over 188 custom balls hidden throughout, and you can play solo, 1v1 online quick match, or create a private room with up to 5 of your friends. The controls and the physics of the game are so smooth and realistic, and the game is just simply addicting. After you master the courses, you have even more access through additional DLC packs and night mode for all courses, which multiplies the difficulty so you can give it a shot there. The next one is for rock climbing and bouldering fans. The game is called The Climb 2, and even though it doesn't capture the full body physicality of the real sport, it comes pretty close to it. The game is one of the most visually impressive Quest 2 games on the platform, and it features some stunning environments and climbing courses. The beauty of the game isn't just the graphics. There is also a bit of nuance to the climbing mechanics, allowing you to half grip, jump, use zip lines, avoid breakable rocks, and so much more. You can explore through mountains, grand peaks, vast caves, and even skyscrapers. It's a thrilling experience that lets you climb in some situations that you might never want to in real life. On the harder levels, it can even be a good workout as well. You actually have different options, a surprising number of options when it comes to VR boxing. However, when the push comes to shove, Thrill of the Fight throws the best punches. This is a boxing simulator everyone needs to try out. You'll fight off against AI opponents that are very similar to a real boxing match. It absolutely feels more of a simulation than a game, so you're encouraged to move around the ring, protect yourself, and strike back when the time is right. I do want to warn you, if you never play this game, you will run out of breath and get super sweaty. Regardless, this is one of the best boxing experiences available on VR, and it's just a cherry on top that lets you get a good cardio exercise as well. The next game on the list is Racket NX. The best way to describe this game is Racquetball meets Breakout inside a giant pinball machine. The game is played inside a giant glass dome, the walls of which light up with targets you must destroy with the ball. Surely this game introduces a new form of gameplay made just for VR. The ball you hit isn't an ordinary ball either. You hit it with force and you'll slam into the wall, roll across it, bulldozing everything in its path. You can either play a single player with campaign in an endless runner or competitive multiplayer action. Wii Sports, especially bowling, was one of the revolutionary games ever to be played. If you enjoyed it, you'll enjoy Forever Bowl as well. It's obviously very tough to simulate the weight of the ball, which you rely on a lot in bowling. If you can get over the limitations of the game, it's a lot of fun. There are other competitions to bowling simulation games on VR, but Forever Bowl offers a more realistic experience overall. There are many smart technical aspects to the game with ball stats for weight and speed, and different throwing techniques. One of the best features of Forever Bowl is that you can play through thousands of songs on YouTube-powered jukebox. Explore 8 immersive lanes, unlock over 150 bowling balls, play solo, online player, or even local pass and play with your friends. The next one on the list is Real VR Fishing. Real VR Fishing is the game for you if you're looking for something that captures the joy of just sitting out there on the shore or on your boat with your line in the water and chatting with your friends to your right and left. You can collect catches for your aquarium and visit a range of beautiful settings, plus there's a large range of difficulty options. When you're just starting out, the game helps you see where the fish are, but you can turn that off for an even more realistic and challenging experience. The game studio added new expansion packs set in the US West and Japan, and they both look absolutely incredible. This game gives you a realistic experience for advanced fishers while making it fun for the fishers who are rather new. 11 Table Tennis is really as simple as it sounds. It's table tennis in VR. However, to leave it at that will be just unfair. It's not just table tennis in VR, it's really good table tennis in VR. It also works so well because it feels like the real thing. There's relatively little physics resistance when hitting a ball in table tennis in real life, so a VR translation feels really accurate. The slight vibrations when you hit the ball are all that's needed to make 11 Table Tennis feel so authentic. There's also something special about being able to take your quest anywhere and play against a friend or a random guy online with a one-on-one recreation of a table tennis table. This is one of my personal favorites, so if you're ever down for some table tennis, hit me up on Twitter. In terms of basketball, gym class is probably the best route to take on Quest 2. I've tried other basketball games, but gym class translates the proper basketball game experience as best as possible in VR, similar to the approach taken by 11 for table tennis. Basketball is a lot harder to pull off properly in VR, but gym class is a solid attempt with good core mechanics and ball physics. You can shoot hoops solo on a full court, but the main feature of the game is multiplayer where you can play with up to 8 people across 2 teams. There is support for an audio chat on the court as well as full body avatars to make players appear more natural. The ball has a good weight to it, which works alongside a smart auto release mechanic for throwing and bouncing. I mainly play solo mode and haven't played a full online match yet, nor am I an expert in real life basketball, but it felt like the game struck a nice balance between providing a realistic, true-to-life experience and necessary adjustments to make everything work well in VR. The game is planning for a full release on the Meta App Store sometime soon, and the game is currently available on App Lab for free. Bags, sack toss, dummy boards, doghouse, beanbag toss, no matter what you call it, it's surely the world's greatest long game, and Forever Cornhole is the best and first cornhole game in VR. Pick from over 50 bags and boards in Forever Cornhole with both classic and creative designs to suit each player. Experience a custom beanbag physics tailored for all throws and strategies and optimized for realism. Immerse yourself in 5 stunning halls with more to come. Play while rocking out your favorite music and playlists using a YouTube-powered media player with full multiplayer sync coming soon. This game just got released in early September, and I'm sure you can tell from the name, but it's made by the same studio which made other Forever Sports series of games. NFL Pro Era is the first fully licensed NFL VR simulation game that lets player experience what's it like to compete as a QB on the favorite NFL team. This game came out in September, and utilizing real-time NFL game data, NFL Pro Era is one of the most authentic and immersive first-player VR football game ever to come to the market. The player will be able to step under center and see if they have what it takes to compete at the highest level and make big plays. You can play your team to the Super Bowl, improve your quarterback skills by participating in drills, or play catch virtually with your friends in your favorite sports stadium. you get to experience what it feels like to be an NFL quarterback, as you'll feel the excitement of what it's like to lead your team and compete under the bright lights with thousands of screaming fans. This game came out on September 15th, which is the same day I'm recording this, so I haven't played it personally, but it definitely does seem like an amazing game. Think of this game as everyone's favorite Rocket League made for VR. The game is Ultimex, the latest multiplayer experience from Resolution Games, the game studio that also released Demio. Ultimex is a free VR game that lets you remotely pilot high-performance mechs that compete in the future of the sport as opposing teams zoom, block, punch, and score their way to victory. This game offers competitive 1v1 matchups or much harder 2v2 games that require a lot of communication and strategy. Despite the very fast-paced game, you barely feel motion sick, so well done to the game studio. If this looks interesting to you, even a little, just go download it. Since it's free, the worst thing that will happen is you lose some time. I really hope you enjoy the games on this list. I'll be making other top games on VR by genre, so stay tuned.